matchup between Edward Waters College and your very own Trinity Baptist College Eagles. Let's pray. Heavenly Father, thank you for giving us this beautiful day, Lord. Please bless each team as we go out and glorify you in all that they do, Lord. In your name I pray, amen. Now for the starting lineup. Playing center field, number 7, Willett Boggs. Batting second, playing right field, number 2, Keelan Washington. Batting third, playing second base, number 8, Arnaldo Ruiz. Batting fourth, playing first base, number 12, Jacob Frankie. Batting fifth, designated hitter, number 25, Joseph Itchen. Batting sixth, playing shortstop, number 1, Marcus Judd. Batting seventh, playing third base, number 3, Tyler Rich. Batting eighth, catcher, number 21, Ricardo Santana. Batting ninth, playing left field, number 4, Joshua Jordan. And pitching, number 26, Levi Sidley. Now for your Eagles. Batting first, playing center field, number 4, Brian Lopez. Batting second, playing right field, number 9, Christian Amlon. Batting third, designated hitter, number 7, Nick McAdon. Batting fourth, playing first base, number 33, Caleb Albritton. Batting fifth, playing left field, number 28, David Quevedo. Batting sixth, playing third base, number 8, Sammy Coffran. Batting seventh, playing second base, number 13, Christian Draper. Batting eighth, playing shortstop, number 11, Mark Rogers. Batting ninth, catching, number 22, Jordan Almodovar. And your pitcher, number 7, Nick McAdon. Please stand for the national anthem sung by Red Songs.
Special thank you to Trinity Baptist College Ensemble Life Song for bringing us a very beautiful rendition of our national anthem as we get ready for the final home game of the 2019 season for Trinity Baptist College baseball. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Trinity Baptist College. I'm Ray Bureau. Dean Bureau, my son, working the camera for us once again here as the Eagles, again, as we said a moment ago, are ready to play their final home game of the season, and they are taking on downtown rival NAIA Edward Waters College Tigers, led by Mr. Reginald Johnson in his 8th season, and he is assisted by Ray Ortero in season number 3, Sean Stevens, former TBC assistant coach in his first season with Ed Waters, and Christopher Rowell in his 3rd season assisting Coach Reginald Johnson. Coach John Copeland of the TBC Eagles in his 5th season, assisted by Matt Carter, John Shiver, and David Hall. And playing in his final collegiate home game will be center field senior Brian Lopez. We had senior day last Saturday afternoon. If you missed that, well, when this ball game's over, stay right here on YouTube TBC Eagles. It'll be the second one in line. You can go back and catch that senior ceremony for Belo lefty Brian Lopez. In case you missed it, here's a starting lineup for the Tigers. The center fielder is Will Boggs. He will lead things off. Former TCA conqueror Keelan Washington in right field will bat second. Arnie Ruiz will play second and bat third. Big man, the slugging Caden Frankie will play first and bat cleanup. Joey Eishin, the DH, will bat fifth. Marcus Judd will play short and bat sixth. Defensive specialist third baseman Tyler Rich will bat seventh. Center fielder Ricardo Santana will bat eighth. And Joshua Jordan in left will bat ninth. And we'll tell you about Tigers pitcher Levi Sigler as the Eagles come to bat in the bottom half of the first inning. Pitching for Trinity Baptist, Nick McAdon on the mound, making his 15th appearance, 5th start of the season, a total of 23 2/3 innings. Mac is 1-3 with an 8.37 ERA, and he's getting ready to throw his first pitch to center fielder Will Boggs. As always, a big hello and a shout out to my good friend Josh Jackson, the voice of the Edward Waters College Tigers, who are going to host Trinity Baptist for 2 tomorrow afternoon, as that first pitch is fouled off. And no balls and a strike. That will be Edward Waters College's senior day and final regular season home games as well. A doubleheader between TBC and EWC at 12 noon tomorrow at J.P. Small Memorial Park. And that'll close out the regular season for both these teams you see on the field right now. 1 ball, 1 strike. That pitch from McAdon down low. Give the Eagles defense in just a moment, as this pitch misses inside for ball 1. David D.Q. Cavedo in left field. Below, Brian Lopez in center. Christian Amlong in right. After this pitch will go through the infield, as this one is fouled off toward the Eagles dugout. Sammy Coffrin playing third. Mark Rogers at short. Kristen Draper playing second. Caleb Albritton at first base, and Jordan Almodovar is behind the plate, catching Nick McAdon. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and Big Mac's pitch a little bit down low, and that fills up the count. Beautiful blue skies. We do have some white clouds overhead. Forecast of rain, but nothing has come the entire day. 3-2, ground ball towards Coffrin. He'll throw to first in time, and that is out number 1, and Big Mac gets the first man he faces. McAdon has allowed 26 runs in 23 2/3 innings, 22 of those earned, 38 hits, 12 walks, and 23 strikeouts. 1 out, bases empty for Keelan Washington. As we said many times, every time the Tigers have come here, Keelan knows this field very well, played his high school ball here at Trinity Christian Academy. So did pitcher Levi Sigler and catcher Casey Eisenberg. So they're all very familiar with this ballpark. Here's Washington in the box for the first pitch. Slapped at Coffrin. Has a little trouble with it. He's going to put it in his pocket. And as soon as Coffrin bobbled that first hop, he had no chance at getting the speedster Keelan Washington. We'll see how that one goes down. Washington is aboard. That's going to be an error on the third baseman, Sammy Coffrin. Not the man you want to let get onto the base paths. We know all about Keelan and the speed he possesses. Arnie Ruiz, the second baseman, at the plate. Washington a big lead, not going, and the first pitch is fouled off. So no balls and a strike. Ruiz batting .339 on the season. No homers, 20 runs driven in. Washington leads off, not going, and this pitch misses up and in, and the count is even at a ball and a strike. Will Boggs led off with a ground ball. He's batting .329 on the season. And the pitch is just a little bit high for ball 2. Keelan Washington at .250 on this season, a home run and 19 runs driven in. He has 9 out of 10 in stolen base opportunities. McAdon throws over to first, and Albritton had to reach for to make sure that ball stayed in the infield. 2 balls and a strike. Runner at first. Ball game just underway. 1 out. Pull up a chair. We have a lot of good college baseball here for you this afternoon. Here's a 2-1. Line drive towards right. Amlog will field it on the hop. A good, clean, solid single. And the Tigers have 2 men aboard. Ruiz laced one into right. Hit the ball very hard. Amlog for a moment looked like he might have had a play, but he did the right thing and played it on the hop. So runners at first and second with 1 man out. Caden Frankie at the plate for the Tigers. This is a heavy hitter. He has 2 homers, 21 runs driven in, but when he gets hold of it, he can drive it a long way. .299 is the batting average, .414 on base. Here's a first pitch, and this one is popped foul, out of play for strike 1. Ball game originally scheduled for 7 p.m., but the Trinity Christian Academy Conquerors are playing the biggest rivals of all, Bulls, tonight at 7 right here on this field. And I'm going to do that game on the radio, FM 91.7 WTRJ. No balls and a strike and a pitch. Hit hard towards first. Albritton will go to second for the force, but the ball gets into left field and Washington will score. Albritton made a very nice play to field it, but his throw was wide, and that'll be an error on the first baseman, Caleb Albritton. Goes as a fielder's choice for Caden Frankie. Washington never hesitated. He came around to score.
Number 25.
The run is unearned, but on the board, and still 1 out, 2 men on. Joseph Eischen, the designated hitter, steps into the box. He's hitting .310, 5 homers, and 25 driven in. Hit hard down the left field line. That is a fair ball. Ruiz around third. He will score easily. Frankie also rounding third. The throw to the plate is not in time. So the Eagles have committed 2 errors in the top of the first, and both of them have come around to score, plus Caden Frankie, and it's 3-0 in favor of the Tigers.
Number 1, Marcus Judd.
That is a 2-run double for Eischen. 27 runs driven in on the season, and Marcus Judd, the shortstop, steps into the batter's box. He's hitting .305, 3 home runs, 18 RBIs. Tough start for Nick McAdon. All 3 runs unearned. Couple of errors in the field behind him. Here's his first pitch to Judd, a breaking ball in the dirt. That is ball 1. One ball, no strikes. McAdon will take a long look in at the hitter. And a pitch. Here's a high chopper towards third. Coffrin will look the runner back, throw to first. Now a runner on his way to third. Rogers covering, but the throw not in time. Good heads-up base running by Eischen. The Eagles do get the out, 5-3. Eischen advances on the play. 2 outs for the third baseman, Tyler Rich. He's hitting .227 with 6 RBIs. I like to chide with Josh Jackson saying, just let Tyler leave his glove at home. Every game he plays against the Eagles, he makes 3 or 4 spectacular plays. This first pitch is fouled off, and he has a runner at third with 2 outs and 3 runs already in on just 2 hits. No balls and a strike. McAdon will wind up with that runner at third. The 0-1 is chopped foul toward the Eagles' dugout. So a quick 0-2 count. McAdon gets ahead of the hitter. Long look in by Big Mac. Now ready with the 0-2. High fly ball towards left. Cavedo on his horse, and he will not get there. Another run is in, and Rich pulls up into second with an RBI double. 4-0, and the Tigers are still batting in the top of the first. That ball just out of the reach of David Quevedo. He ran a long way. That is hit number 3 of the inning for the Tigers and run number 4. And Levi Sigler, before he even takes the mound, will have at least a 4-run lead. Here's Ricardo Santana, the center fielder. 260, 4 runs driven in. Man in scoring position, a check swing, and he went too far for strike 1. The 1-out error, and then a wild throw. That has led to 4 unearned runs charged to Nick McAdon. Here's the 0-1, a breaking ball that misses up and away. So 1 ball, 1 strike. That last one well struck by Tyler Rich. And here's a 1-1, swing and a miss. McAdon pulled the string and had to hit her way out in front. Quevedo got to the ball, but it was just about a half step out of his reach, or that would have been a terrific inning-ending grab. McAdon ahead, 1-2. Fastball misses low and away to even up the count. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, a runner at second. McAdon takes a long look in once again. The count is even at 2-2. Checks the runner and delivers. Swing and a foul tip held on by Almodovar on the breaking ball. And that ends the inning. The Tigers, though, get 4 runs, all unearned. 3 hits. 2-run double from Eischen, an RBI double from Tyler Rich. And we go to the bottom of the first, 4-0 Tigers. Bottom of the first, and here's a batting order that Coach Copeland has put up in the final home game of the season. Leadoff hitter is center fielder Brian Lopez. Right fielder Christian Amlong will bat second. Nick McAdon doing the pitching, and he's also slated as the DH. He will bat third. Caleb Albritton, the cleanup hitter, playing first base. David Quevedo in left will bat fifth. Sammy Coffrin playing third base. He bats sixth. Batting seventh is the second baseman Christian Draper. Mark Rogers will bat eighth. He's at short. And the catcher Jordan Almodovar rounds out the batting order. And the Eagles are facing former TCA conqueror Levi Sigler, who is 4-5 on the season with a 7.53 ERA. This is his 12th appearance. All of them starts. Sigler has pitched 55 innings. He has allowed 56 runs, 46 of those earned. 79 hits, 38 walks, and 22 strikeouts. This young freshman has a lot of talent. I've seen him pitch here at Trinity Christian Academy. He throws hard. Very intelligent young man as well. He will figure things out. He's pitching against a brutal schedule that the Tigers have played this season. Here's Lopez taking the first pitch on the outside corner for a strike. Ryan Lopez playing in his final home game for the Eagles. Here's the 0-1, high pop up, shallow right field. Washington giving chase, and another man coming on. That's Ruiz, but it will be Keelan Washington making the catch near the foul line. That's out number 1.
Number 9, Christian Amlong.
Ryan Lopez honored at the Eagles Athletics Awards banquet last night. Also last Saturday. Given a game jersey frame to take home as he finishes 4 years here at Trinity Baptist College. Here's Christian Amlong, and the first pitch up high. Amlong really come on strong in the second half of the season. 284 overall, 14 RBIs. Here's the 1-0. And this one misses inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Lopez at 297 before that pop up to right. 2 homers for Belo as well. Here's a 2-0. And that is a strike on the outside corner. One of those home runs earlier this season, a walk-off 2-run shot against these very same Tigers in Game 1 of a Saturday afternoon doubleheader. Here's a 2-1, and a swing and a miss. We told you Sigler throws hard, and that was a very good fastball. Ed Waters has won 2 out of 3 against the Eagles so far this year. A 15-0 win at their ballpark. Then following that walk-off by Lopez, Ed Waters came back and won Game 2 that afternoon. I believe that score was 11-1. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Amlong. Sigler winds and delivers. Strike 3 called on the inside corner, and that is out number 2.
Number 7, Nick Macadon.
Good pitch by Sigler. 2 outs, bases empty for the pitcher / DH, Nick Macadon. Tigers 23-33 on the season. Trinity Baptist 16-31. 2 outs, bases empty for Mack, and the first pitch from Sigler on the outside corner for strike 1. The defensive alignment for the Tigers: Tyler Rich at third, Marcus Judd at short, Arnie Ruiz playing second, Caden Frankie at first. We'll give you the outfield in just a moment. Here's the 0-1. This one a little too far outside. Joshua Jordan plays left, Will Boggs is in center, Keelan Washington in right. And the pitch is a little bit high, and that is ball 2. Carlos Santana behind the plate, the battery mate of Levi Sigler. Here's a 2-1, and this one's hit the corner as well. This pitches from Sigler. He's hitting that target exactly where his catcher Santana is putting it. Good location so far for the freshman from Jacksonville. Here's a 2-2. Breaking ball just a little bit outside. He wanted the call and started to walk back toward the dugout. It missed, however, and the count is full. So Macadon digs in. Sigler gets the sign. Santana on the outside corner. Long drive towards right. Washington, with his speed, though, is able to track that one down. And these Tigers, we've seen the defense that they play when they were here before this year and all through the 6 games last year. They play terrific defense, and Washington ran that one down on a ball very well struck by Nick Macadon. So 3 up, 3 down, go the Eagles. And after 1, it's 4-0 Ed Waters. (9-1-2) due up for Ed Waters in the top of the second. Joshua Jordan, Will Boggs, and Keelan Washington. Tigers took advantage of 2 errors by the Eagles and pushed across 4 runs against Nick Macadon. And now Mac has to work down 4. Levi Sigler had a very quick, easy 1-2-3 bottom of the first. And that's the summary so far. Again, the ball game just underway not long ago. Beautiful Friday afternoon, a little bit warm. We're about 85 degrees. We've been able to avoid the heat all season long, but as we get towards late April and into May, temperatures will start to heat up. Remember last year we hosted the NCCAA South Region Tournament. That was in mid-May, and we got some really hot temperatures then. Well, this is it for TBC baseball this afternoon as Joshua Jordan, the left fielder, steps into the box. Macadon getting ready for his first pitch of the second inning, and it's a fastball that misses up and in. Jordan at 180, 7 runs driven in. 1 ball, no strikes, hit hard towards center, but right at Brian Lopez, just a couple of steps. Lopez, the defensive specialist of this year's team, got that honor at the awards banquet last night, and you just saw why.
Number 7, Willett Boggs.
Jordan hit that one really hard, but that's out number 1. Will Boggs grounded out to third to start the ball game. And then that's when the Tigers afterward came up with 4 runs. A great curveball on pitch number 1 by Big Mac. No balls and a strike. Long look in by Macadon and the pitch. And this one is on the outside corner for strike 2. Jacob Burr, who will probably start one of those 2 games tomorrow afternoon, usually does the first of the doubleheader, has set a brand new record for wins in a season for the Eagles. Here's the 0-2 and a chopper. That is a fair ball just over the bag and inside the line, and Boggs lost his footing rounding first to trying to put on the brakes, but he has himself a 1-out single. That was a high chopper. From this angle, I couldn't tell if that ball would stay fair, but it hit just inside the line. A good correct call by the home plate umpire. Here's Washington, who reached on an error and scored the first of the 4 runs last inning. He has a runner at first, 1 man out. Macadon from the stretch was not on the rubber. So as long as he's not touching that rubber, he can do anything he wants. Now he's in the set position and the pitch. This one misses outside, a breaking ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Coffrin in tight at third and well off the line. Middle infielders playing back to try to turn 2. Lopez shading the hitter to pull in center. Here's the pitch. Line drive, base hit into right. Boggs will stop at second. Amlong makes a perfect strike to the cutoff man, but there are 2 on with 1 man out. Washington now 1 for 2. Boggs at second. Arnie Ruiz got himself a base hit and scored a run in the first. Ruiz, a number 3 hitter on the lineup card this afternoon, has 2 men on and 1 out. Here's a pitch by Macadon right down the middle for strike 1. Ruiz has driven in 20 and has an RBI opportunity right now. Ground ball could be 2. To second for 1. Throw to first is not in time. Caden Frankie steps up to the plate. Fielder's choice credited to Arnie Ruiz. Boggs advances to third. Washington cut down for 6th. The flip to second was low. Rogers made a good throw. Did a nice job picking it out of the dirt. but having to reach down to field it might have cost the out at first. Very close, but Ruiz beat the throw. A high fly ball towards right. Amlog going back, and this one is off the fence. One run is in, another man racing around to the plate, and that is going to be a 2-run double for Caden Frankie, and he just missed a 3-run homer. We told you when Frankie came up in the first that he has a lot of power. The wind knocked that one down. It is blowing straight in from right towards home plate. Otherwise, that is a 3-run shot. Well, Boggs and Ruiz both score, and it is 7-0 in favor of the Tigers. 2 outs. Frankie at second for Joseph Eischen. A 2-run double in the first. Hit that one into the gap in left center. Here's the first pitch from Macadon. Didn't mean to swing. Has a chance to beat it out. Coffrin gets rid of the ball quickly, and the throw is in time. Nice job by the third baseman, Sammy Coffrin. Got just enough onto the throw, and that ends the inning. The big blow, the 2-run double off the bat of Caden Frankie. 2 runs on 3 hits and a man left, and after an inning of and a half, Eagles trail 6-0. Bottom of the second, a very quick, easy first for Levi Sigler. He will face the middle of the batting order, Caleb Albritton, David Cavedo, and Sammy Coffrin. 4 runs in the first for the Tigers, 2 in the second. That's been the scoring so far, 6-0. Ed Waters leads. Ed Waters, members of the NAIA. They're going to have their conference May 3rd through the 7th at Georgia Gwinnett College up in North Georgia. Trinity Baptist will go to Franklin Springs, Georgia, beginning on May 7th for the NCCAA South Region Tournament. This weekend's series is the final 3 games for both these teams. Caleb Albritton will lead off for the Eagles in the bottom half of the second. He's at 265, a home run, and 20 runs driven in. Sigler delivers a first pitch and a great rip by Albritton. He fouled this one off. Wind is blowing straight in from right, down the line, right toward the batter. That's what held up that ball from Frankie. Here's the 0-1, and a ground ball towards second. That's going to be an easy play, and it is for Arnie Ruiz, 1 away.
Number 28, David Cavedo.
David Cavedo at the plate. He got the offensive award last night at the banquet. This man has had a fantastic second half of the season. Started the season a little bit slow, but it didn't take him long to heat it up. DQ at 309. Overall, 1 homer, 12 runs driven in. He's had a huge bat the last few weeks. Here's a first pitch from Sigler, and a good pitch right at the knees on the corner. Sigler locating his pitches very well. Santana giving him a nice, good target. Here's the 0-1, and this one misses outside, and that evens up the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. And here's a pitch. Good rip by Cavedo, just a little bit late, and it's 1-2. Casey Eisenberg, former student of mine here at TCA, now a very good friend, will probably play in tomorrow's doubleheader. He does a lot of catching for Coach Johnson. His first full season of collegiate ball, had to miss last year because of shoulder injuries. transferred over from Hillsborough Community College to Ed Waters this year. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Sigler delivers and almost hit Queveto's helmet, and it's 3-2. DQ just able to get out of the way in time. Three balls, 2 strikes. Sigler ready, and here's the payoff pitch in the dirt, ball 4, and the Eagles have their first base runner of the game.
Number 8, Sammy Cochran.
So Cochran steps up with a runner at first and 1 out. Quevedo draws the walk. He's aboard for Cochran, who's hitting .269, 5 runs driven in. Quevedo doesn't run a whole lot, but he has pretty good speed. Here's the first pitch. Outside corner for strike 1. Umpires giving both pitchers a little extra room off the edges of the plate, particularly to the outside. Sigler throws over to first, and the runner's back in time. Both these teams have a whole lot of speed on their roster. Here's the 0-1. And the pitch. Hit hard towards second. Ruiz will go to second for 1. The relay throw right on target, and that is an inning-ending double play, 4-6-3. Cochran hit it hard, but right at Ruiz, and he and the shortstop, Marcus Judd, turned it just right. So the Eagles get a walk, but nobody left, and after 2, it is 6-0 Ed Waters. Top of the third, 6-0 Ed Waters leads. Marcus Judd, Tyler Rich, Ricardo Santana are the scheduled hitters. Nick McAdon will start his 3rd inning of work. Only 2 of the 6 runs are earned, but they are all on the board. Here's Marcus Judd, 0 for 1, a ground out to the third baseman his first time. Judd ready in the box, McAdon on the mound. 3rd inning is underway. A fastball misses low for ball 1. One ball, no strikes. And the pitch, this one low and inside, and that is ball 2. Tigers are coming off a doubleheader against one of the very best, if not the best, NAIA programs in the entire country. This ball hits Judd, and he is aboard. Southeastern University always contending for the NAIA National Championship. Tigers played them very, very closely a couple of days ago. 3-6, but then Southeastern came on strong in game 2 and won that game 10-1. These two teams play many common opponents, so I know the teams that the Tigers are playing. Both the Eagles and the Tigers playing mainly the NAIA Sun Conference, and that is one loaded conference. Runner at first, nobody out. First pitch. Sorry about the little audio problem, but hopefully that'll be underway. That was a good solid single by Tyler Rich. That makes him 2 for 2. Puts runners at first and second with nobody out for Ricardo Santana. First pitch from Macedon. Santana showing bunt, and this one is outside. Santana, the catcher, down on strikes to end the first inning. Tigers already leading 6-0, threatening for more. Macedon delivers. The bunt is down. Only one play. The throw on target to first. Albritton. Check that. Christian Draper covering first. Tried to go to third to catch a man sleeping, but Judd was able to get back in time. Both Judd and Rich advance. That'll be 1-4 on the putout. 2 men in scoring position for Joshua Jordan, who lined hard to the center fielder last time up. So nothing out of 1. Eagles will come in, try to cut down the runner at the plate or at least hold him to third base. Here's Macedon with the first pitch and a breaking ball outside for ball 1, and Jordan Almodovar behind the plate keeping the ball in front of him. 1 ball, no strikes. Macedon wound up with runners at second and third on the first pitch. Now he'll go from the stretch. Here's a 1-0, breaking ball. Swing and a miss for strike 1 and the count even at 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runners at second and third. Macedon works quickly and gets strike 2 on a great curveball. Jordan might have chased one out of the zone on that pitch, and it's 1-2. Jordan has driven in 7 so far. Chance to make it 8 or even 9. Swing and a miss. The ball hits the ground. Almodovar will throw to first. Low throw, but dug out by Albritton. Both runners hold, and that is out number 2.
Number 7, Willett Boggs.
Willett Boggs at the plate. He's 1 for 2 with a run scored. Got himself a base hit 1 inning ago and came around on the 2-run double from Frankie. Now with 2 outs, the Eagles defense can play back. Try to get the inning ending out at first base. Macedon will wind up, and a curveball. He's thrown 4 in a row, and all 4 have been very good, and he gets strike 1 on Boggs. Boggs came in hitting .320, 1 for 2. Here's the 0-1, a fastball, line drive right at third baseman Sammy Coffrin. 1 step to his right, and that retires a side. Boggs hit it well. Coffrin stood right there. So a walk, a hit, a sac bunt, but no runs for the Tigers. However, they still lead it 6-0 as we go to the bottom of the 3rd. 7, 8, 9 due up for the Eagles in the bottom of the third. Kristen Draper, Mark Rogers, Jordan Almodovar. Levi Sigler is allowed just a walk through the first two, but he got a double play to erase that base runner. So he's faced the minimum through the first 2 innings, and Kristen Draper will lead off for the Eagles in the bottom of the third. First pitch from Sigler is a fastball right down the middle for strike 1. No balls and a strike. Draper at 256. Here's the 0-1. This one misses outside. Draper coming back from that pretty bad mouth injury a few weeks ago. Was determined to play again this season, and he got back a whole lot faster than anybody expected and has done a really nice job as well. He took that one high, 2 balls and a strike. Hot shot and a base hit in the left. Draper has a chance at 2. He will round first and decide to put on the brakes. And a good thing is that was a fantastic throw from Jordan from the left field corner. And down 6, you don't want to take too many chances, so Draper leads off with a base hit. It's only the first hit allowed by Sigler. Mark Rogers will step in with a very good speed at first base. Rogers at 260 on the season. Runner at first, nobody out. And the pitch is on that outside corner for strike 1. No balls and a strike. Draper, not an excessive lead off first. Mid-size, and the 0-1 swung on and missed. That one was up high, and Rogers went after it, and he knows he helped out the pitcher on that one. So the 0-2. Now Sigler working from the stretch. Hasn't had to do that much. Only 1 hitter so far before that base hit. And there's a high fly ball, shallow center field. That is going to drop down for a hit. Draper had to hold up initially, make sure that ball wasn't caught, so he will have to stop at second. The Eagles got 2 consecutive base hits from Draper and Rogers and have 2 on with nobody out. Great effort by Boggs. Almost came up with it. And it brings up Jordan Almodovar. Two on, nobody out. Almodovar at 265 and 8 RBIs. Sigler checks the runner. Almodovar drops down a bunt. Sigler will throw to first. Good throw as he was falling backwards. Sigler kept his footing, however, and made a really strong throw. So credit Almodovar with a sacrifice bunt. He advances the runners into scoring position. Draper to third, Rogers at second. 1 out for the leadoff man, Brian Lopez. 2 men in scoring position for Below. Sigler from the stretch with second and third. First pitch, line drive towards right. That should score 1. Washington has a good arm. Here comes a throw. The cutoff will not be made to the plate. So a sacrifice fly for Brian Lopez, and the Eagles are on the board. He hit that ball really well right at Washington, who has a good arm. Frankie cut the ball off, and with a big lead, just playing defense, give them what they earned. Also on the play, Rogers advances to third. So an RBI sac fly for Brian Lopez. 6-1, here's Amlong with a runner at third and 2 out. Good swing by Amlong, and he fouls this one right back. No balls and a strike. And Sigler steps off. That allows R.J. Falco to retrieve the ball. And now everyone's ready for the 0-1. Good curveball right on the corner for strike 2. Well, both pitchers have been getting that outside corner, and Sigler is taking advantage of it. Hey, if he's going to give it to you, go out there. See how much he'll give you as well. Here's the 0-2. This one misses up and in. 2 hits, a sac bunt, and a sac fly have led to a run. Eagles, though, still trail by 5. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Check swing, and he went around, and that will be strike 3, and that will end the inning. Second time that Sigler has gotten Christian Amlong. Eagles, though, hit the ball well in the bottom of the 3rd. 2 base hits and a sac fly leads to a run, and after 3, it is 6-1 Ed Waters. Top of the 4th, 6-1, the Tigers lead. Jordan Broden has come on in relief of Nick McAdon. And McAdon, 3 innings pitched, 6 runs, but only 2 of those earned. He allowed 7 hits. He walked 1 and struck out 2. He'll give away to junior Jordan Broden, taking over for the 14th time, all in relief. I like watching Jordan pitch. He has a variety of pitches. I love that knuckleball. This is a very tough, powerful offensive lineup that he's going to face. Keelan Washington will lead things off. He is 1 for 2 with a run scored. Coffin playing in at 3rd. Broden works from the stretch, and the first pitch is popped up just behind the infield. Cavedo will call off the shortstop and make the catch, and a 1-pitch out for Broden. And a good man for him to get to lead off the inning. Part of the batting order coming up. Bases empty, 1 out. Arnie Ruiz has already scored twice. Hit his way aboard in the 1st. Reached on a fielder's choice in the 2nd. Broden's first pitch is a strike right down the middle. Broden not overpowering, but he changes arm speeds and angles, changes speeds on the pitches pretty well also. Here's the 0-1, and that looked like one of those knuckleballs. And 1 ball, 1 strike. Broden will throw a fastball, breaking ball, a changeup, and a knuckler. Here's a 1-1, a fastball just off the plate. Right arm started to move by the umpire, but he did not finish the signal, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Broden ready, 2-1. That one missed well outside. So a count of 3-1. Caden Frankie, Joseph Eischen are the next 2 scheduled hitters. Here's a 3-1, and Broden gets the inside corner, and the count is full. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. Broden ready, and the payoff pitch swung on and missed, and Broden got the strikeout. Hello to Robert Herrera, Watching the final home game on a live feed, the father of Eagles pitcher Buster, Caleb Ramirez, checking in. It is 6-1 in favor of the Tigers as they're batting in the top of the fourth. Miss Elena Lopez cheering on Belo out there in center field. Thanks for letting us know you're watching. Caden Frankie nearly took one out of here last time up. If not for the wind, that would have been a home run. He got a 2-run double out of it as it hit high off the top of the fence. That pitch missed. 1 ball, no strikes. This one down in the dirt, and it's 2-0 to the cleanup hitter. Frankie reached on a fielder's choice in the first, ended up scoring a run. Drove in 2 with that double in the second. Ahead in the count, 2 balls, no strikes to a dangerous hitter. Here's a pitch, a big rip by Frankie, and he foul tipped it into the mitt. Starting to know these Tigers very well, doing the ball games here at TBC, and I've done a couple of them at Edward Waters as well. Here's a 2-1, a curveball laced into right field. That's a base hit. Frankie will round first, and he'll stop there as Amlog gets to the ball quickly and holds the runner to a single.
Number 25, Joseph Hutchin.
So runner at first, 2 outs, second hit of the afternoon for Caden Frankie, and it brings up Joseph Eishin, who also has a 2-run double this afternoon. That came in the first. He is 1 for 2 with a run scored as well. Modest lead off first by Frankie. Broden delivers and gets the outside corner for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Broden from the stretch changes things up. Had to hit her out in front, and that should be an easy play for the pitcher, and that retires the side. A base hit, but nothing else for the Tigers in the fourth. Eagles coming up in the bottom half, trailing 6-1. Bottom of the fourth, 6-1 in favor of Edward Waters College. Nick McAdon, Caleb Albritton, and David Cavedo are the hitters for the Eagles. McAdon starting on the mound. Now, I've said this many times throughout the season, but for those who may not know, listing the pitcher as both pitcher and DH allows the man to stay in the batting order if and when he comes off the mound. So that's the reason that McAdon is listed also as a designated hitter. So officially now, he is DHing for the pitcher, Jordan Broden. McAdon lined out hard to right on a nice running catch by Keelan Washington in the gap. Sigler with the first pitch of the fourth, and he gets that outside corner once again. Now he's getting that corner, and this catcher is setting up out there. Sigler's hitting his target beautifully. Here's the 0-1. And the pitch. Right at the knees, and that is strike 2. McAdon did not like the call, but he's down in the count. 3 innings pitched, 2 hits for Levi Sigler, 1 run, it's earned. Here's the 0-2. Tried to see how far he could get on the corner, but this one a little too much off the plate. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Working quickly, and the pitch, a breaking ball. That one's in the dirt, and the count is evened up at 2-2. That is Coach Johnson of the Tigers coming out to retrieve the ball. This time last year, got his 200th career win right here on this field. Here's a 2-2 and misses low and outside for ball 3. So a payoff pitch leading off the bottom of the 4th. McAdon digs in. Sigler from the windup and the pitch. High chopper. Rich has a good arm. Throw to first. Frankie held the bag as he reached across the line, and that's out number 1.
Number 33.
McAdon hustled, nearly beat that one out. The throw was a little bit wide, but Frankie's a big man. Shifted feet exactly like he should, and a lefty was able to retrieve the throw, keep his foot on the bag, and denying McAdon of an infield hit. So here's Caleb Albritton, nothing out of 1, a ground ball to the second baseman. First pitch from Sigler, misses up high. 1 ball, no strikes. Eagles batting in the bottom of the 4th, 1 out, bases empty. High fly ball, well hit towards center. Boggs on the move. That one's going to one-hop the fence. Albritton on his way to second, and he has himself a 1-out double. Well, Albritton put a charge into that one and got it over the head of the Tigers center fielder for a double. Eagles have a runner in scoring position. It's their 3rd hit. First one for extra bases, and it brings up David Cavedo. No official at bat. He walked in the second, but was erased on a 4.63 DP. So runner in scoring position for DQ. Sigler takes a long look back at the runner. Judd snuck in, but Albritton didn't bite. Cavedo with a chance to drive in the run, bring the Eagles a little bit closer. Sigler works from the stretch with the runner at second, and the pitch is swung on and fouled off. So no balls and a strike. Again, Cavedo a chance to drive in the run. And in the last few weeks, he has done the job when given that opportunity. Another long look back at the runner, and now the pitch. This one a little bit low. Nobody holding Albritton that time, and the freshman got off the bag, had a great secondary lead. Eagles have 26 freshmen and sophomores on this very young roster. Here's a 1-1 and a high fly ball to right, but that one is going foul and out of play. Lopez, the only senior, just a couple of juniors. McAdon and Cavedo, they're juniors, 1 more year. Rest of the team, very young, mostly freshmen. A lot of talent on this Eagles roster, and in the second half, they've really come alive. They started the season 1-10, and they poured it on in the second half. Turn and a throw to second, and that was a very close play. The ball came out of the glove of Judd. Albritton had beaten the throw back, but it was very close. Coach Copeland last night said he really likes what he sees on this Eagles roster for the next couple of years. One and two is the count on David Cavedo. 1 out, runner at second base. Sigler checks the runner a couple of times, now delivers. Swing and a miss. Cavedo chased one up and in, and that is out number 2. That is the second strikeout for Levi Sigler, and it brings up Coffrin, who bounced into that double play his first time up. Albritton, a long 1-out double over the head of center fielder Will Boggs, still at second base, now with 2 outs. Coffin will try to drive in the runner. Here's a first pitch, and this one is up high. So 1 ball, no strikes. Have to hit the ball through this Tigers defense. They play terrific defense. Here's the 1-0. Swung on and missed on a great changeup by Sigler. That was a straight change that ended up dropping out of sight. 1 ball, 1 strike. Washington giving the hitter the line in right. Here's the 1-1 and a good fastball right after that changeup. Coffrin well behind on that pitch, and it's 1-2. Jordan in left also playing well off the line. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Santana sets up outside. Sigler goes there, hits the mitt, and gets the strikeout. Well, a double, but then Sigler strikes out 2, and after 4, it is 6-1 Tigers. Top of the 5th, Marcus Judd, Tyler Rich, Ricardo Santana. 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Edward Waters College Tigers. NAIA Association of the Independents. And again, their conference tournament May 3rd through 7th at Georgia Gwinnett. And as I've said before, except for when they're playing Trinity Baptist College, I am an EWC fan. I wish them well right here in Jacksonville. Some players I used to work with here at Trinity Christian Academy on the team. Josh Jackson, the voice of the Tigers. Here's the first pitch from Broden in the 5th. 1 ball, no strikes. That one missed downstairs. Marcus Judd, 0 for 1 last time up. Drew a walk, got as far as third base, but no further. 4 runs in the first, 2 in the second for the Tigers. Eagles got 1 in the third. Broden delivers and catches the inside corner for a strike. It's been a very wide strike zone. Umpire giving all pitchers so far a little bit extra on each side of the plate. Not so much up, but wide. Here's the 1-1. High chopper, going to be a tough play for Rogers. He fields, throws the first. Judd hustling, made it close, but a good throw by Rogers for out number 1. High chopper, Rogers had to wait for the ball to come down, and he put a big throw on, right on target. Justin Parrish of the Trinity Christian Academy Conquerors sitting down. You got a big one tonight. They're playing bowls, and everyone here in Jacksonville knows about this rivalry. Swing and a miss to Tyler Rich, who is 2 for 2, an RBI double in the first. Justin, you pitching or you know yet?
Yes, sir.
Justin's going to be on the mound. We're doing that ball game on FM 91.7 tonight. Here's a high fly ball, well hit towards left, but the wind's going to hold this one up for DQ, and he'll make the catch for the second out. I knew it would be either you or Dylan on the mound tonight. I knew it was going to be one of you. I'm expecting Hunter Barco for the Bulldogs. Ricardo Santana, 0 for 1, a sac bunt last time up. 2 outs, bases empty. Broden looking good on the mound. Here's the pitch, and a knuckleball that misses up and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Jordan Broden is a lot of fun to watch out there on the mound. Never know what he's going to throw. Here's the 1-0. Fastball. This one is fouled off to the right side. He doesn't care what count it is either. He feels like throwing something, he'll throw it. 2 outs, bases empty. Santana at the plate. Wind has shifted a little bit, still blowing in mainly from right, but a little bit of leftward movement now as well. Here's a good pitch by Broden. Breaking ball for strike 2 on the outside corner. TCA Conquerors now all making their way into the ballpark. Check out the end of this one before they get ready to play bowls. This one is inside, and the count is even at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases empty. Top of the 5th, 6-1. Ed Waters leads. High fly ball towards left. Quevedo's heading back. This is out of chance, and it is gone. Ricardo Santana has a solo home run to left, and the Tigers lead 7-1. Said the wind shifted a little bit, blowing out a little bit more towards the left than when we started, and Santana got it up there and put it over the left field fence. So a home run for Santana. That's a second hit allowed by Jordan Broden, and again a 7-1 lead for the Tigers. Josh Jordan is 0 for 2, line drive and a strikeout. This one misses low and outside for ball 1. Santana didn't even look like he gave that one his best swing, but he caught it right on the sweet spot. A little bit late call, but it's 1-1. For Santana, that's his first homer of the season and 5th RBI. Here's a 1-1, a curveball laced toward the gap. That's going to be on the ground for a hit, maybe 2. Jordan will round first, pull up into second, and he has himself a 2-out double. Couple of hard hit balls after the first 2 men were out. Runner at second, Jordan with the double, and it brings up the top of the order. Center fielder Will Boggs. He is 1 for 3 with a run scored. Solo homer by Santana, followed by a double from Jordan. Jordan Broden got the first 2 men out, so 2 outs, runner at second. And the first pitch to Boggs is right down the middle. No balls, 1 strike. Broden gets a sign, checks the runner. Nice lead off second by Jordan, and the pitch. Again, right down the middle. Boggs taking all the way, and it's 0-2. So Broden a chance to get out of the inning with just the 1 run. Outfield pretty much straight away. Infield playing back to get the out at first. Here's the 0-2. Curveball got him. The ball hit the ground, so Almodovar will throw to first to complete the out. A solo home run from Ricardo Santana. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 man left. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Tigers lead 7-1. Bottom of the 5th, Kristen Draper, Mark Rogers, Jordan Almodovar are the scheduled hitters for the Eagles. It is 7-1 in favor of Edward Waters. This is one single 9-inning ball game tomorrow afternoon at J.P. Small Memorial Park. The Eagles and the Tigers will play 2 7-inning ball games to end the regular season. In the majors tonight, the Marlins are at Philadelphia, San Diego at Washington, Oakland in Toronto, Tampa Bay, the first place Rays at Fenway Park, Milwaukee at the Mets. Draper is 1 for 1 with a run scored. Here's the first pitch, and again, Sigler paints the corner. The Rockies are at the Braves. Tigers in Chicago to play the White Sox. No balls and a strike and a pitch. This one outside to even the count. Cleveland at Houston. Baltimore at Minnesota. Angels are in Kansas City. Here's the 1-1. A changeup on the corner. Good pitch by Sigler, and he gets strike 2. Cincinnati at St. Louis. Cubs at Arizona. Just took 2 out of 3 at Wrigley from the D-backs. Here's the 1-2. High pop fly into right. Washington started back, but then comes in and makes the catch. So 1 out for the shortstop, Mark Rogers, who is 1 for 1. Pittsburgh at Los Angeles to play the Dodgers. Texas at Seattle, and the Yankees are in San Francisco. Rogers 1 for 1. Sigler winds and delivers. Line drive, but foul into the batting cages. Rogers hit that one awfully hard, but out in front, and he pulled it foul. So no balls and a strike. Eagles shortstop at the plate. Here's the 0-1, and this one got away from Sigler. Missed outside for ball 1. Here's a 1-1 and the pitch. High pop-up. That'll be shallow center field. Boggs and 2 infielders giving chase. That ball's on the ground, and that's going to be a base hit for Rogers. Landed right there in the Bermuda Triangle, and Mark Rogers has hit number 2. That is hit number 4 for the Eagles. Runner at first. 1 out for Jordan Almodovar. Bobs was playing a little bit deep, and both Ruiz, the second baseman, and Judd, the shortstop, were playing, I wouldn't say in, but not on the outfield grass either, and not hit hard at all, but Rogers placed it perfectly. So he's at first, and the first pitch, a sinker, and Almodovar way over the top of it for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Sigler from the stretch delivers. And Almodovar chased one in the dirt for strike 2. Quick season in review for TBC Eagles Athletics. Men's basketball, the South Region champions, made it to the national tournament. Finished in the top 8 in the nation in NCCAA Division II. Line drive towards right. Washington will play it on the hop. He has a good arm. Rogers had to hold up, and if that throw was on target, might have gotten the runner at second. But Rogers had to make sure that ball wasn't caught. Washington has a good, strong arm, but that throw off the mark, and that's a base hit for Almodovar. He hit that one very hard, so the Eagles have 2 men aboard. Women's basketball came to life in a big way in the second half of the season and ended up the Bible College NIT National Champions. And of course, the men's soccer team, South Region champions, 3rd place in the national tournament. So a great year for TBC Eagles Athletics. This is not only the final home baseball game, but our final broadcast of the 2018-19 academic year. We plan to be back with you in the fall when the men's and the women's soccer teams take the field once again. Coach Ellie Jean of men's soccer, Coach Noom Royamond of the women's soccer team already getting their schedules together. And we'll be back on the soccer field in the fall. 2 on, 1 out for Brian Lopez. Sack fly is last time up. Ground ball could be 2. There's a throw to second for 1. The return throw is in time. Lopez and Coach Carter both disagree. They're both jawing at the umpire. Too bad we don't have replay because it looked like Lopez beat that throw, but that is an inning-ending double play. Well, the Eagles get 2 hits, 1 man left, and after 5, it is 7-1 Tigers. Top of the 6th, 7-1, Ed Waters leads, and a new pitcher on the mound for Coach John Copeland and the Trinity Baptist College Eagles. This is Buster Herrera. Nick McAdon started. Jordan Broden went 2 innings. Broden allowed 1 run. It was earned. That was the home run by Ricardo Santana. 3 hits off Broden, and he struck out 2. And Buster Herrera gets the call in the 6th inning. Fans talking with the umpires about that last call at first base. From up here, it looked like Lopez beat that throw. Many of the fans, even of the Ed Waters side, agreeing. But Lopez did not get the call, and he has not come out for the 6th inning. In fact, he started to and is heading back to the dugout. So we'll see who takes over in center field. No one out there just yet. Well, leading off for the Tigers will be Keelan Washington, followed by Arnie Ruiz and Caden Frankie. Those are hitters 2, 3, and 4. Jaron Sweeney has grabbed a glove. He's heading to second base. Christian Draper is going to right, and Christian Amlog is moving to center field. So Jaron Sweeney will be inserted in the number 1 hole in the batting order. Brian Lopez is out of the ball game. Now Coach Copeland talking with the home plate umpire, Buster Herrera, getting ready to make his first pitch, and he'll face Keelan Washington to lead things off. 4 runs in the first for the Tigers, 2 in the second, 1 in the fifth. The Eagles got 1 run in the third. Herrera, one of the freshmen for Coach John Copeland, making his 7th appearance on the mound, and Coach Copeland talking things over now with the first base umpire. I'm not sure if this was a coaching decision to remove Lopez or an umpire decision to do that. Coach Reginald Johnson now talking with the home plate umpire, so we may see some new hitters for the Tigers. Coach Johnson in his 8th season with the Edward Waters College Tigers baseball program. Hope you're able to listen in tonight. FM 91.7, Trinity Christian Academy playing Bowls. 19-2 on the season are the Bulldogs. They are the number 6 team in the entire state of Florida and number 1 in Class 5A. And the Bolles Bulldogs are ranked 57 in the entire country. Trinity Christian Academy Conquerors, number 2 in Florida 4A and number 23 overall in the state of Florida. Looking to make it back to the state semifinal and beyond. They made it that far last year. Fell 2-1 to Calvary Christian, who at that time had won 60. Yes, I said 60 consecutive ball games. Here's Keelan Washington. He will lead things off for the Tigers in the top of the 6th. Washington was on that 2015 state championship team for the Conquerors. And he takes the first pitch on the inside corner for a strike. Keelan has a base hit in 3 trips, and he's also scored a run. Herrera delivers the 0-1, a curveball, had the hitter way out in front. And it's 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes. And Herrera delivers from the stretch, and Washington just did get a piece of it to stay alive. Another breaking ball, hit her way out in front, but some contact made, and the count remains 0-2. A lot of room in right center for Washington. Herrera takes a long look in. Now ready, here's the 0-2. A fastball, got him. Fastball up and in for strike 3 after a couple of breaking balls, and Washington behind on that pitch. And so Buster Herrera gets the first man he faces. So 1 out, Arnie Ruiz at the plate. He has scored twice. He is 1 for 3 officially. Base hit and fielder's choice have gotten him on base, and then 2 runs scored. So here's the first pitch, and it misses well outside for ball 1. So in case you missed the changes, Brian Lopez out of the game. Christian Amlong has moved from right into center. Jaron Sweeney to second base. Christian Draper to right. Line drive, 1 hopper to Rogers. Backhanded play, throw to first in the dirt. Albritton couldn't get to it, but the runner's going to stay at first base. That will be a base hit for Arnie Ruiz. That ball was in the hole. Rogers made a nice play, and Ruiz had the throw beaten anyway, and a good job by Almodovar to back up the throw and help keep the runner at first base. So Ruiz now 2 for 4. That's the first hit allowed by Buster Herrera. Caden Frankie at the plate. He's 2 for 3 with a run scored and 2 driven in. Ruiz a pretty good lead off first. And the pitch on the way in the dirt, blocked. Runner going, throw down to second is in time, but looks like it came out of the glove of Rogers. And that'll be a wild pitch charged to Herrera to allow the runner to take second. One ball, no strikes on Frankie. Herrera checks the runner and delivers. High pop-up. That'll stay on the infield. Coffrin calls off the shortstop, makes the catch, and that's the second out.
Let's go, E.
Ruiz holds at second, and it brings up the DH, Joseph Eischen. He is 1 for 3, a 2-run double in the first. Hello to M. Beats and Bo Rogers, letting us know they're watching here on the live feed. Mr. Rogers, answer your question in just a moment about the South Region Tournament. After this pitch from Herrera, this one in the dirt and blocked well by Jordan Almodovar. The Eagles will play beginning on May 7th in Franklin Springs, Georgia, the NCCAA South Region Tournament. That is on May 7th. We are in the 6th of a single 9-inning ball game tomorrow afternoon, 2 sevens at Ed Waters J.P. Small Memorial Park. 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch, and this one misses low for ball 2. Hello to Leslie Hornan, letting me know that's the 2nd home run of the season for Santana in the 5th. The DAC Stats page listed him as none and making that one 1, but thank you for the update, Miss Hornan. Appreciate the information. Here's a 2-0 and a breaking ball by Herrera in there for a strike. A beautiful pitch. Not expected, down 2-0 in the count, but he got the strike. Two balls and a strike, 2 outs. Runner at second. Herrera delivers a hot shot towards first. Albritton fields. He'll step on the bag, and that ends the inning. Hard hit ball by Eischen, but Albritton made the play. We had a base hit and a wild pitch, and a runner left at second base, and we go to the bottom of the 6th. 7-1 Edward Waters. Bottom of the 6th, Christian Amlong, Nick McAdon, and Caleb Albritton are the scheduled hitters for the Eagles, facing freshman Levi Sigler, who has gone 5 so far. 1 run, it is earned. He's allowed 5 hits while walking 1 and fanning 3 through the first 5 innings. Christian Amlong has 2 of those 3 strikeouts. I'm going to look again. Nope, that is 4 strikeouts for Levi Sigler. Amlong had 2 of those, and he's leading off here in the bottom of the 6th. First pitch from Sigler is a fastball up and away for ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes. Eagles trying to mount a rally here in the 6th, and a change of pace by Sigler catches the corner. He's hit that target very well all afternoon, and it's 1-1. Curve ball and a beauty for strike 2. Amlong taking that one all the way. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch. High fly ball and out of play to the right side. Seven, 10, and 0 for Ed Waters. 1, 5, and 2 for the Eagles. Here's the 1-2, a curveball, and Amlong able to make contact and foul it off and stay alive. Kristen Amlong being honored last night at the awards banquet. Injured in the fall, didn't get to play much in the fall season, and he takes strike 3. A tough afternoon for Kristen Amlong. And there's 1 out in the 6th. Amlong, despite a tough day so far today, coming back from a bad knee injury in the fall. He's had a really nice season, particularly in the second half. So congratulations to Kristen Amlong on receiving that award last night. Here's Nick McAdon. He's 0 for 2. He's hit the ball hard twice a couple of times. Good defense by the Tigers have kept Mack off the base paths. 1 ball, no strikes. That breaking ball a little bit high. Sigler winds and delivers, and a high pop up, and that one is out of play. So 1 ball, 1 strike. The wind starting to pick up again. It shifted a little bit more towards the left field corner. Started blowing in down the right field line toward the plate. Here's the 1-1, and this one low and outside. Two balls and a strike, 1 out, bases empty. Eagles batting in the bottom of the 6th. Sigler winds and delivers a curveball, chopped towards third. Rich scoops, throws, and gets the out at first. Tyler Rich, as he always does against the Eagles, and I'm sure against everybody else, playing spectacular defense. Very well deserving of any defensive honors he might earn throughout his college career. Caleb Albritton is 1 for 2, doubled off the left center field fence his last time up. Eagles, though, could not bring him around. So 2 outs, bases empty, and the first pitch, fastball, misses high. One ball, no strikes. Albritton, a lot of room in the pull alley, and he laces this one foul. Mr. Bo Rogers, mentioned a few minutes ago, the grandfather of Eagles shortstop Mark Rogers. Always glad to see your name pop up. And as I've said a number of times, if your guys aren't watching, there's no reason for us to do this. In our final broadcast of the academic year, we want to thank everyone who's tuned in from our home team and all our visitors as well. Here's a 1-1 and a great fastball on the corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ethan Horton, the game day coordinator, also got an award at the banquet for his service this year. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Of course, Coach John Copeland and his staff. Eagles baseball, Coach John D. Jones, the athletic director and the men's basketball head coach. Here's a 2-2. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. And Levi Sigler has been very impressive through 6 innings. That is his 5th strikeout. 1, 2, 3 go the Eagles in the 6th. After 6, it's 7-1 Tigers. Top of the 7th, Marcus Judd, Tyler Rich, Ricardo Santana will lead off for the Tigers, who lead at 7-1. And a new pitcher for Coach John Copeland, Carson Uverard, a freshman from right here in the state of Florida. Uverard from Eagle Lake, Florida, played his high school ball at Lake Region High School, making his 6th appearance on the mound. Uverard has no wins, 1 loss, a total of 4 2/3. And he's going to take over for Buster Herrera, who had a very nice inning in the 6th. He allowed a hit, but that was it for the Tigers. So Carson Uverard will face Marcus Judd as his first hitter. Judd, the shortstop, is 0 for 2. He has also drawn a walk. Sun has come out from behind the cloud cover, and there's very bright sunshine on the field now. Top of the 7th, 7-1 in favor of the Tigers. Left-handed freshman Carson Uverard with his first pitch, and this one is a fastball low and inside. Again, a very young team for the Eagles. Coach Copeland looking forward to a couple of very good years in the near future. Here's the 1-0 and a high drive foul down the left side. Coach Copeland has already started adding some new talent from the high school ranks in preparation for next fall's workouts and scrimmage season and next spring in 2020. The 1-1 curveball and a beauty by Uverard for strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes. Judd digs in, Uverard delivers, the fastball misses outside. So the count is even at 2-2. Started to talk about the staff. Coach John Jones, the athletic director. Curveball, this one is fouled off. Alexa Goodwin has been the PA announcer all season, also running the scoreboard, and we've had a host of different official scorekeepers, myself being one of them. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Uverard takes a long look, and the pitch. Curveball, check swing, no. That ball missed low and inside, and the first base ump said Judd held up in time, so the count is full. Of course, my son Dean, our cameraman here at Trinity Baptist College, also got some recognition for his work at the banquet last night. Here's a 3-2, and a curveball is fouled straight back into the screen. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. Once again, Carson Uverard facing the first batter of the afternoon, Marcus Judd. Uverard came in relief of Herrera. Nick McAdon started. Jordan Broden pitched 2 innings as well. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the payoff pitch, high looper into left field. That's down for a hit. Good battle by Judd. He got the call on the check swing, fouled off a pitch, and then ended up with a leadoff single into left. So Uverard came from behind in the count. Very good at bat, and he's aboard with nobody out for Tyler Rich. 2 for 3 is Rich. 1 run driven in. Uverard will get a good look at the runner, and the first pitch to Rich in the dirt, blocked by the catcher. 1 ball, no strikes. Long look in by the southpaw freshman. And here's the 1-0. Line drive toward the gap. That's going to be a base hit and split the outfielders. Amlog will pick it up in front of the fence. Judd around third. The throw to the plate is a little bit off the mark. Might have had a chance to get the runner, but that is an RBI double for Tyler Rich, the second one of the kind for Rich in today's ball game, and Judd raced all the way around from first, and it is 8-1 Tigers. So Ricardo Santana, 1 for 2, last time up, put one over the left field fence, just off the line for a solo home run. Runner at second, nobody out, and the pitch, a curveball for strike 1. So the first 2 batters that Uverard has faced have hit the ball for base hits. Judd a little blooper, but dropped in, and then Rich hit one hard for a double. Here's the 0-1, swung on and missed. No balls, 2 strikes. Sweeney holding the runner close at second. He'll bounce back into position once Uverard comes to the plate. Here's the 0-2. Did not get the call off the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hamlong shading the hitter slightly to pull in center. Big gap in right center. Here comes the 1-2. In the dirt, and it gets by the catcher, and that will allow Rich to take third base. So wild pitch charge to Uverard. Now the Tigers have a runner at third, nobody out, 1 run already in. A count of 2-2 on Ricardo Santana. In addition to the home run, he's also laid down a sacrifice bunt. Here's a pitch in the dirt. This time Almodovar able to get his body on the ball and keep the ball in front of him. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Long look in by Uverard. Now the payoff pitch. Ball 4 is up high, and Santana draws the walk. Runners at the corners, nobody out. Joshua Jordan steps up. He doubled his last time up. He's 1 for 3. Almodovar out to the mound to talk to Uverard. Inning started with a looper for a base hit from Marcus Judd. Tyler Rich, then a hard line drive double, scored Judd from first base. A wild pitch put Rich at third, and then Santana just drew the walk. So nobody out, runners at first and third. Albritton holding the runner at first. Coffrin even with the bag at third. Middle infielders at the moment playing back, trading the run for the possible double play. So Uverard in a jam, trying to work his way out of it. Nobody out. Here's the pitch to Jordan, and this one is low for ball 1. Action in the Eagles bullpen. Tigers bullpen very quiet. Levi Sigler has allowed just 1 run through 6 innings. Throw over to first, and the runner's back. Rich got a couple of extra hops off third just in case the ball got by. 1 ball, no strikes, the count to Joshua Jordan. Curveball, chopped foul. Count even at 1-1. Trinity Christian Academy Middle School Conquerors won the semifinal of the Independent Middle School Conference Tournament yesterday. They are going to host Episcopal Monday at 5 in the conference championship game. Coach Danny English of the Middle School Trinity Christian Academy Conquerors looking for his 3rd straight conference championship. Here's the 1-1, a curveball that stays upstairs and makes the count 2-1. That would be the 4th overall for Coach English and 3rd in a row. That ball game's right here Monday at 5 o'clock. 2 balls and a strike. Jordan an RBI opportunity, nobody out, runners at the corners. Uverard delivers, and this one is fouled off. Conquerors varsity softball starts the district tournament. The tournament begins on Monday. The Lady Conquerors will play in the 2nd round on Tuesday. Number 2 seed in the tournament, got a bye, and a throw over to first, and that one a good stop by Albritton to keep the runners where they are. Lady Conquerors made it to the state championship game last year before falling 6-1. looking to bring home the trophy in 2019. Here's a 2-2. Curveball is fouled off, and a good battle between Carson Uverard and Joshua Jordan.
Go straighten it out now. Here we go.
Trinity Christian is hosting that softball tournament this year. Lady Conquerors waiting to see who wins Monday to see which team they're going to play on Tuesday. Here's a 2-2. Ground ball into left field. That's a base hit, and a run will score. Tyler Rich crosses, and that's an RBI for Joshua Jordan. Also on the play, Santana stops at second. Still nobody out, and it is 9-1 in favor of the Tigers.
Number 7, Willet Boggs.
Boggs at the plate. He is 1 for 3 with a run scored. Nobody out. 9-1. 2 runs in the top of the 7th. Amlong playing a hitter to pull in center. Here's a first pitch. Boggs shows bunt, pulls it back in time for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. And Coffrin relaying some information from the dugout to the rest of the defense. 2 on, nobody out. 1 ball, no strikes. Albritton charging to field the bunt. Boggs pulls it back, loops one, down the line, and Coffrin in foul territory makes the catch. And a big first out. Runners will hold. Santana at second, Jordan at first. Boggs showed bunt, then tried to pull it back and slap one through the infield, got under it, and Coffrin, nice adjustment. He was charging in to field the bunt. Of course, he also has to make sure about third base being covered, so he was able to get back in time and make the catch just inside foul territory. Here's Keelan Washington, 1 for 4 with a run scored. Curveball, and Uverard gets the call in the outside corner. Washington in his sophomore year. RBI opportunity, and here's the 0-1. High pop-up. Quevedo and Amlog both calling for it. It'll be Amlog, the center fielder, and a good recognition as he was facing third base and was able to get momentum into the throw. Quevedo was also there, but would have been a tougher turn and throw for DQ, so the 2 outfielders, good communication, and the center fielder made the play. So 2 outs for Arnie Ruiz. He is 2 for 4, and he has scored twice. Uverard turns, throws to second, and the ball hadn't come out of the glove. That would have been the 3rd out. The umpire started to call out, and the ball fell onto the ground. Break for the Tigers. Santana, he was caught, but then the ball come out of the glove of the second baseman. Here's a first pitch and a strike. Now, runner on the move. I wonder if this is a planned play, and Almodovar is going to chase the runner back towards second. Another runner heading back to first. We got a pickle between second and third, and Sharon Sweeney is able to apply the tag. Santana slipped a little as he tried to head to third. So this is going to go down 2. See if I can get this right out of memory. 2-6 on the putout, and that ends the inning. That'll be also counted as a caught stealing for Ricardo Santana. So Ruiz will lead off in the 8th. As we go to the bottom of the 7th, the Eagles trail 9-1. That was Jaron Sweeney, the second baseman, who made that tag, so it was 2-4 on that final putout. Eagles coming to bat in the bottom of the 7th. David Cabedo, Sammy Coffrin, and Christian Draper are the scheduled hitters, barring any changes by Coach John Copeland. Tigers got 2 in the 7th. RBI double from Tyler Rich and an RBI single from Josh Jordan. 9-1, Ed Waters leads. Cavedo starts off the bottom half of the 7th. He is 0 for 1, a walk and a strikeout. Levi Sigler still on the mound. He's gone the distance. This one hit hard in the left field, and that's a base hit for Cavedo. First pitch swinging, and DQ leads off with a base hit. That is number 6 for the Eagles. Sigler, 6+ innings, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts, and now 6 hits. Sammy Coffrin is 0 for 2, double play, and a strikeout. Cabedo leads off first. Here's a pitch. This one takes a bounce over the glove of Ruiz at second. A break for the Eagles, and that's a base hit for Sammy Coffrin. So 2 pitches, 2 hits for the Eagles. Runners at first and second, nobody out. Ruiz looks like he was poised to make the play, and that ball took a hop over his glove. And a base hit for Sammy Coffrin. So now time called, as we'll have a conference at the mound. There is action in the Tigers bullpen, but Sigler's done a really nice job, and we'll see how far this young freshman goes. He's been throwing hard, still throwing hard, but the Eagles' bats were ready to start this bottom of the 7th. Meanwhile, Christian Draper waiting to take his turn at the plate. He is 1 for 2 with a run scored. No indication yet on removing Sigler or leaving him in. And it looks like he's going to have a chance to get out of the inning. Like to see that, especially with a young guy. Won't know what he's able to do if you don't give him the opportunity. This is a first jam that he's been in. 2 on, nobody out. Christian Draper at the plate. Base hit and a run scored in the 3rd, a pop up to right in the 5th. Caden Frankie playing way off the line and very close at first. Sigler from the stretch. Draper digs in at the plate. Here's the first pitch, and this one is outside for ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Cavedo and Coffrin led off with base hits, both hitting the first pitch. This one is on the corner for strike 1. Sigler has painted that outside corner all afternoon. 1 ball, 1 strike. Long look in, now checks the runner and the pitch. Check, swing. Ball stayed in front of Santana. And no swing, says the base ump. So 2 balls and a strike. Christian Draper ahead in the count. RBI opportunity for Draper. Cavedo, not too big of a lead at second. Here's a 2-1, and this one misses low for ball 3. Hello to Josh Jackson, the voice of the Edward Waters Tigers. Both baseball and softball will be in the Association of Independent Institution Championships next week, as we said before. Now the softball team also playing up there. Ball 4 to Draper will load up the bases. Move Cavedo to 3rd, Coffrin to 2nd. And the Eagles have 3 base runners with nobody out, and that is only the 2nd walk allowed by Levi Sigler. So Josh Jackson letting us know about both the baseball and the softball teams in their conference tournament at Georgia Gwinnett in Lawrenceville, Georgia. And that begins on May 3rd. Thanks, Josh, for letting us know all about that. I know you're enjoying the ball game as the Tigers lead 9-1. Mark Rogers is 2 for 2 and a chance to drive in 1, possibly 2 with a base hit. Eagles have the bases loaded, nobody out. Quevedo led off with a line drive into left. Coffrin, a ball that took a hop into right field, and then the walk to Christian Draper. Rogers, first pitch swinging, fouls this one off. Frankie and Rich playing in front of the bags at the corners. Middle infielders will trade a run for a chance at a double play. Nobody out. No balls and a strike to Mark Rogers. And the pitch, a curveball, and a good one from Sigler for strike 2. Action in the Tigers bullpen. But Sigler, again, first time he's been in trouble today, giving an opportunity to try to work out of it. Here's the 0-2, and this one misses outside. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Big gap in right center for Rogers. Let's see if he can go that way and drive home a couple. Here's a pitch. He tries to go that way. It is caught. Throw to second is in time. So that is a line drive double play. Mark Rogers hitting in tough luck. Hit the ball hard right at Arnie Ruiz, who flipped to second. And Judd completed the double play. So Draper remains at first. Coffrin erased on the double play. Quevedo remains at third. 2 outs for Jordan Almodovar. Eagles fans not happy with that call at second. And this one misses low and outside. They thought the runner got back ahead of the throw. But that is a double play. 1 ball, no strikes. Jordan Almodovar had a base hit his last time up. Laid down a sacrifice also earlier, so he's 1 for 1. And this one in the dirt and blocked by Santana. 2 balls, no strikes. Almodovar digs in. Here's a 2-0. Swung on and missed. High fastball, and it's 2-1. So 2 balls and a strike. Inning started off very promising for the Eagles, but that double play has Ed Waters with a chance to get out without a run scoring. Here's a 2-1. Swung on and missed. And that evens a count at 2-2. Now Rogers hit the ball hard, unfortunately, right at the second baseman. Here's a 2-2. Check swing. The ball hit the ground. Nobody swinging. And Quevedo, the ball didn't get away, but he saw an opportunity, and Quevedo scores. Heads up base running by David Quevedo. Draper holds it first. And the catcher Santana was calling for the appeal on the swing. Didn't notice Quevedo coming in. And the Eagles get run number 2. No swing is what I was trying to say during that play. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Now Draper will be off with the pitch. There he goes. And this one misses outside for ball 4.
Number 2,
So Draper advances to second. Almodovar at first. 3rd walk allowed by Sigler. 1 run is in, and here comes Jaron Sweeney for the first time. Almodovar, the catcher, will come out for courtesy runner, and that is Logan Sizemore taking over at first base. 2 on, 2 out, 1 run is in. Sigler delivers, swung on and missed. Sweeney's first at bat. He came in for Lopez earlier in the ball game. So Sweeney, the number 1 hitter in the batting order, has an RBI opportunity. No balls and a strike. And the pitch. High fly ball, well hit towards center, but Boggs drifts back and makes the catch over the shoulder to end the inning. Sweeney put a charge into it, but Boggs ran it down straight away center field. The Eagles get a run on the wild pitch. After 7, it's Ed Waters 9, Trinity Baptist 2. Ryan Heller takes over for the Eagles in the top of the 8th. He will face 3, 4, and 5 in the batting order. Barring any changes by Coach Johnson, those hitters are Arnie Ruiz, Caden Frankie, and Joseph Eischen. Heller, the 5th pitcher of the afternoon. Remember, these two teams will meet tomorrow at 12 noon at J.P. Small Memorial Park in the regular season finale for both the Eagles and the Tigers. That is a doubleheader that starts at noon. It is senior day for Edward Waters. And then both teams will get ready for their conference tournaments. Arnie Ruiz is 2 for 4 with a couple of runs scored. He will lead off the top of the 8th. Fast-paced ball game. We started at 3:30, just about 2 hours and 11 minutes in, and we're already starting the 8th inning. The big 4-run first for Edward Waters. Then they got 2 more in the 2nd, 1 in the 5th, 2 in the 7th. Eagles got a run in the 3rd and 1 in the bottom of the 7th. Ryan Heller will deliver his first pitch and hit hard but pulled foul. No balls and a strike. Second baseman Arnie Ruiz. Base hit his last time up, also singled and scored in the 1st. The 0-1 is the count, and Ryan Heller winds and delivers. Breaking ball that stays up a little high. Ryan Heller, a freshman from Sarasota Military Academy in Southwest Florida. Here's a 1-1, and this one is fouled off to the right side. So a ball and 2 strikes. Heller winds and delivers. Swung on and missed, and Heller got him on a changeup, a straight change, had Ruiz out in front, and that is out number 1. Caden Frankie at the plate. He's had a really good day. A 2-run double in the 2nd, a base hit in the 4th, reached on a fielder's choice and scored in the 1st. So he's 2 for 4 officially. Line drive, make that 3 out of 5. A well-hit ball in the left, and Caden Frankie has his 3rd hit of the ball game. Runner at first, 1 out. Joseph Eischen steps up. No, it looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter for Eischen. But you know who this young man is? This is Emil Perez, a freshman from Kissimmee. He's batting for Eischen, and he takes the first pitch breaking ball for a strike. He nods his head yes, he knew it. So Perez, getting his first opportunity of the afternoon, has a runner at first with one out. Heller works from the stretch. And the pitch is a fastball low and outside. Emil Perez, 298 on the season, 6 runs driven in. Caden Frankie leads off first. He's getting a good secondary lead as Heller delivers. Here's a 1-1 and a swing and a miss. That changeup had the hitter well out in front. Looking ahead to the bottom of the 8th, 2, 3, and 4 due up for the Eagles, Amlong, Macedon, and Albritton. Amlong in center, shading the hitter to pull. And here comes the 1-2 from Ryan Heller. And just got a piece of it to stay alive. Caden Frankie getting some good hops off first base. Ball and 2 strikes. Emil Perez ready. Ryan Heller will come to the set position. Might be a good time to throw over to first, as Frankie again is getting a huge secondary lead. He does throw to first, and Albritton digs it out of the dirt. Frankie gets back standing up. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Heller looks in. Frankie not fazed by the pickoff move. Gets another half step. And here's the 1-2, swing and a miss with a runner at first. The ball in the dirt. No need for the tag, but Almodovar making sure. And Heller has 2 strikeouts in the inning. 2 outs. Caden Frankie at first. Here's the shortstop, Marcus Judd. He singled to open up the 7th. Came around all the way from first on the double from Tyler Rich. Judd has also walked. He is 1 for 3. First pitch from Heller. And a sinker for strike 1. Like Judd tried to hold up, but he went well too far. So no balls and a strike. Heller takes a long look in at the sign. Comes set, 2 outs, just need to worry about the batter. Here's a pitch and a fastball inside. So no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Check that, 1-1. And the pitch. Looper towards short, and that's going to be an easy catch for Mark Rogers, who makes the play to retire the side. Caden Frankie gets a base hit, but Heller strikes out 2 in the inning. 1 man left. We go to the bottom of the 8th. The Tigers lead it 9-2. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Amlong, Macedon, and Albritton are due up for the Eagles, and they will face a new pitcher, Tyler Sessions, in relief of Levi Sigler. Sessions, no wins, 1 loss. This will be his 4th appearance on the mound, 4 2/3 innings total. And he's taking over for Levi Sigler, who went 7 very strong innings, allowing 7 hits, 2 runs, both earned. Sigler walked 3 and struck out 6. So a nice job by the freshman from right here in Jacksonville, the former Trinity Christian Academy Conqueror.
Number 9.
Familiar with the ballpark and that very high mound, one of the highest mounds I've ever seen, especially for high school sports. Kristen Amlong has had a tough afternoon, 3 strikeouts, but he's leading off here in the bottom of the 8th. So Tyler Sessions gets ready to throw his first pitch of the ball game. And it's a fastball, misses a little bit inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Sessions, slow delivery, and the 1-0 is downstairs. Amlong well ahead in the count. Tyler Sessions, a junior from Baldwin High School here in Duval County. Here's a 2-0, and he gets the inside corner for strike 1. Sessions, a big man, 6'4", 190 pounds. Here's a 2-1, and this one misses inside, and Amlong well ahead, 3-1. Sessions is ready. Here comes a 3-1. Fastball on the outside corner for strike 2. Well, Amlong has worked the count full, leading off the bottom of the 8th. Payoff pitch. Ball 4 up and in, and the Eagles have the leadoff man aboard.
Number 7, Nick Macedon.
Nick Macedon at the plate. He is 0 for 3. He's hit the ball hard twice. Line drive into right, and 2 ground outs to the third baseman, Tyler Rich. Here come the Bowles Bulldogs, one of the best teams in the country, about to face the Trinity Christian Academy Conquerors. Sessions works from the stretch. Amlong leads off. Here's the pitch. This one is in the dirt for ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Sessions a long look in and delivers. And Macedon chops it foul and out of play. So the count even at 1-1. Caleb Albritton, the on-deck hitter, followed by Cavedo and Coffrin. Sessions ready with the 1-1. Looped into right. Keelan Washington right there, a couple of steps in. Now he's going to fire to first, trying to catch Amlong napping, but Amlong gets back in time. Washington, not only a good arm, but he likes to throw the ball. Amlong, though, alert, got back in time, and 1 out for Caleb Albritton. He is 1 for 3. That one, a double in the 4th. First pitch of the at-bat is a fastball that misses high. In the top of the 9th, Tyler Rich, Ricardo Santana, and Joshua Jordan are scheduled to lead off for the Tigers. Here's a 1-0 from Sessions. Swung on and missed, and a count even at 1-1. Bowles Bulldogs 19-2 on the season. coming off a win over 7A Creekside a couple of nights ago. Here's a 1-1, and this one in the dirt, and a nice block by Santana. So 2 balls and a strike. Kristen Amlog led off the inning with a walk. McIndon fly out to right. Now Albritton at the plate. 2 balls and a strike. Sessions with the pitch and right down the middle for strike 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Sessions delivers. This one in the dirt. Amlog will take off towards second. That'll be a pass ball charged to the catcher. So an RBI opportunity now for Caleb Albritton. 3 balls, 2 strikes. One out, runner at second. Sessions takes his time, checks the runner, now delivers. High fly ball towards right, but Keelan Washington a few steps toward the gap, makes the catch. Amlog will tag, and he'll take third. That is out number 2. On the fly ball, pretty well hit by Albritton, but Keelan Washington makes the catch. David Cavedo has singled and scored. That was in the 7th. He's also drawn a walk, so he is 1 for 2. Amlog at third, but the Eagles have 2 out. Tyler Sessions in relief of Levi Sigler. Here's the pitch and a fastball outside for ball 1. One ball, no strikes. DQ has a chance to drive home the run. Takes a fastball upstairs, and he's ahead 2 balls, no strikes. Sessions again takes his time, and now the 2-0. Swung on and missed. Count now 2-1. Coffin on deck, hoping for an opportunity. Vado with the 2-1. Takes ball 3, low and outside, a close pitch, but off the plate. So David Cavedo ahead 3-1. Ball 4 will put runners at the corners with 2 outs.
Number 8, Sammy Coffin.
Sammy Coffin had a base hit his last time up. He is 1 for 3. Base hit here would bring in a run for the Eagles. Caden Frankie, even though with a 7-run lead and 2 outs, will hold the runner at first. Again, Cavedo doesn't run very much, but he has pretty good speed. Here's the first pitch to Coffin, a chopper towards third. Rich Fields throws to first in time for the out. 2 walks in the inning, but nothing else for the Eagles, and after 8, Ed Waters leads it 9-2. Top of the ninth, Rich, Santana, and Jordan are the scheduled hitters unless we see some changes by Coach Reginald Johnson. And Brandon Dean has taken over on the mound for the Eagles. He is pitcher number 6 of the afternoon. And he will face Tyler Rich to lead off the ninth. Dean is making his 7th appearance on the mound, 8 2/3 innings overall. And Dean from Colquitt County High School in the Valdosta, Georgia area. He will have Rich, Santana, and Jordan, hitters 7, 8, and 9. But Tyler Rich is 3 for 4 on the afternoon. Had himself an RBI double in the 7th. He's hit the ball hard all 4 times up. Also played great defense, as he always does. Here's Dean's first pitch, and it misses outside. One ball, no strikes. Dean from the stretch, and he gets the outside corner. Count even at 1-1. Dean exclusively from the stretch, as most pure relievers do. Here's a chopper towards third. Coffrin fields and throws and gets the out at first. So 1 out for the catcher, Ricardo Santana. Only 1 hit, but that was a solo home run in the 5th. He has also walked, laid down a sacrifice. First time up, out on strikes, so 1 for 3. But the big blow in the 5th inning. 1 out, base is empty. Dean's first pitch misses low. Eagles in the bottom of the 9th will have Draper, Rogers, and Almodovar due up. And if anybody gets on, the top of the order, Jaron Sweeney. Looks like we have a new batter in the place of Ricardo Santana. This is Alonzo Knowles getting his first at-bat of the ball game, and he takes ball 2 up high. Two balls, no strikes. Alonzo Knowles in the batter's box. Here's a 2-0, and ball 3 is a fastball up high. Knowles, a freshman from Freeport in the Bahamas. Does some pitching for the Tigers as well. Batting 150 on the season. Getting a chance to swing the bat in the 9th. Here's a 3-0 from Dean, right down the middle for strike 1. Knowles has driven in a run. Make that 2 runs. It says he has 2 home runs on the season. Here's a 3-1. And strike 2 called. Knowles thought it was outside, started to trot toward first, and he'll pick up the bat and get back in the box. 3 balls, 2 strikes. It says he has 2 homers and 1 run batted in, so I have to see about that. Ball 4 misses inside, and Knowles draws the walk. He is aboard with 1 out. Joshua Jordan at the plate, an RBI single in the 7th. He's also doubled, so he's 2 for 4. Knowles a big lead off first. Brandon Dean checks the runner over his right shoulder. Don't see that a whole lot. And the first pitch fastball misses upstairs. One ball, no strikes. Knowles a big lead off first. Dean delivers, and a check swing, but he held up in time. So the count of 2-0. Both bullpens very quiet. Here's a 2-0 from Dean, and a strike on the inside corner. Jordan taking that one all the way. 1 out, runner at first. Dean got the leadoff man, Rich, on a grounder to third. Then Knowles drew the walk. Here's a 2-1, and this one pulled foul. Evens up the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Former TCA Conqueror football player Jalen Ross in attendance. All right, now Jalen, is it Amaya or Alexis your sister? Cousins, okay. Ross family, very big in TCA athletics at Trinity Christian Academy, and this curveball just misses the batter, and it's 3 balls, 2 strikes. Both Alexis and Amaya on their way to some big-time D1 college softball. Amaya, a sophomore, is going to play at FSU in a few years. Here's a payoff pitch, and he got him. So Dean comes back, gets the strikeout. 2 outs, a runner at first for Will Boggs. Alexis Ross, a senior, will be at Florida International University this next fall. And Amaya Ross, a sophomore, is already committed to Florida State. So it's a big-time softball in the Ross family. Boggs has 1 hit in 5 trips to the plate, and he's also scored. Here's a high fly ball to center. Amlog and Draper both giving chase. It's off the glove of Draper and onto the ground. Knowles thought the ball was caught, but he will make it around to third. And a break for the Tigers. That's going to be an error on the right fielder. Knowles advances first to third. He had actually stopped thinking the ball was caught and then took third when he saw it on the ground. So 2 outs for Keelan Washington. Third error of the afternoon for the Eagles. And Washington a chance to drive and a run. He has 1 hit in 5 trips and a run scored. So Dean will go from the stretch, as he always does, runners at first and third. Check swing by Washington. We'll see if he went around. And the umpire says he held up. One ball, no strikes. And now they're going to check again and make sure. And the check swing held up is confirmed. 1 ball, no strikes. Ball 2 misses up and away. Ruiz waiting on deck. Should Washington keep the inning alive? Two balls, no strikes. Dean winds and delivers and gets the strike right at the knees. Two and one, Keelan Washington at the plate. Strike 2 called on the inside corner, and the count is even. I don't think Keelan agreed with that one, but it's 2-2. So Dean now a chance to get out of the inning without the runs scoring. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. In the dirt, that fills up the count, and that means Will Boggs will be off on the pitch. So a payoff pitch with 2 outs. Albritton will hold the runner as close as possible, but Boggs, again, he'll be off as soon as Dean lifts that left foot. There he goes. Here's the pitch. And this one missed inside for ball 4. So the bases are loaded with 2 outs. And a number 3 hitter, Arnie Ruiz, is at the plate. He is 2 for 5. Tiger at every base. Albritton will not hold the runner at first. Dean's first pitch, long fly ball towards left. Quevedo turns around and does not make the catch. 1 run is in. Another man scores. Here's Washington around from first. And that's a 3-run double for Arnie Ruiz. And the Tigers lead now 12-2. Caden Frankie at the plate. He's 3 for 5 with 2 RBIs. And that one is being scored as an error on the left fielder. So no RBIs credited to Arnie Ruiz. And that is a strike on the outside corner. All 3 runners cross on the play. All 3 runs unearned. No balls and a strike. Dean delivers. High pop up just behind the infield. Rogers and Quevedo. It will be Quevedo who makes the catch to end the inning. 3 unearned runs, no hits in the inning. Couple of errors, and we go to the bottom of the 9th. Ed Waters leads it 12-2. Bottom of the 9th, Christian Draper, Mark Rogers, Jordan Almodovar are the scheduled hitters for the Eagles. A final home game of the 2019 season, and we're very glad you're able to join us and joining us all season long. Tyler Sessions with the first pitch, and he gets a strike on the inside corner. Again, we'll be back in the fall when Eagles men's and women's soccer returns. No balls and a strike, and this one misses a little bit high. Again, we want to thank Ethan Horton, our game day coordinator. He's a senior about to graduate. It'll be very tough to find a replacement for Ethan, who's been fantastic for the last couple of years. 1 ball, 2 strikes as that one is fouled off. Alexa Goodwin, the official scorekeeper and the PA announcer throughout the baseball season. Number of different official scorekeepers doing the DAC stats. There's a line drive toward the gap. That is a base hit for Draper. He's going to turn and try for 2. The throw to second is cut off, and Kristen Draper has himself a leadoff double.
Number 11, Mark Rogers.
So Draper with a second hit of the day. Runner at second, nobody out for Mark Rogers, who is 2 for 3. I'm going to go ahead right now and name today's player of the game, Levi Sigler. Today's player of the game, 7 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, 7 hits, 3 walks, and 6 strikeouts. He had some competition from Tyler Rich and Caden Frankie. But I'm going to name Levi Sigler today's player of the game. That first pitch missed, 1 ball, no strikes. And the score holds up. Levi would get himself a win. Here's a 1-0 and a pitch up high, a check swing. And yes, he went too far. So a count of 1-1. Mark Rogers at the plate. Sessions delivers and misses up high. Tyler Sessions walked 2 an inning ago, but did not allow a run to score. That double by Draper, the first hit off Tyler Sessions. 2 balls and a strike, and he misses. No, he catches the outside corner. A little late call. Pitch looked off the plate, but Sessions got the call for strike 2.
That is comical.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Draper not being held on at second. And here's a 2-2. Ground ball towards second. Ruiz will field, throw to first. Tigers get the out. Draper advances to third.
Number 22.
So 1 out for Jordan Almodovar, who is 1 for 1, plus a walk and a sacrifice bunt. 1 out, runner at third. Sessions will work from the stretch with that runner at third. And here's his first pitch to Almodovar behind the batter. And Draper is going to cross the plate. And that'll go down as a wild pitch charged to Tyler Sessions. So Draper, who led off the inning with a double, comes in to score. It is 12-3. Base is empty, 1 out. 1 ball, no strikes to Almodovar. High pop up. Might stay in play, Rich, and the catch is made on the dive by Marcus Judd. I thought it would be Rich, but that ball tailed away from him. And the shortstop, Marcus Judd, stayed with it. Actually overran the ball, but then made a diving catch for out number 2. So 2 outs, last chance for the Eagles. Jaron Sweeney up at the plate. Dean Bureau has been the cameraman for the last 3 years, and I'm Ray Bureau, really enjoying bringing you Trinity Baptist College athletics. Here's a first pitch, and this one misses up high for ball 1. Hope you're able to join us for good high school action on the radio at 7 p.m. Bulls against Trinity Christian Academy, 91.7 FM. Here's the 1-0, and this one on the corner for strike 1. Of course, we want to thank Coach John Jones for allowing us to do these broadcasts. President of Trinity Baptist College, Mr. Mac Hevner. Ball 2 misses outside. The head pastor of Trinity Baptist Church, Dr. Tom Messer, and a whole host of associate pastors here at Trinity Baptist Church and Trinity Ministries. 2 balls and a strike, and the pitch misses outside for ball 3. Three balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, bases are empty. Sessions delivers and misses low and away for ball 4. Eagles have a 2-out base runner.
Number 9.
Christian Amlog is 0 for 3. He walked his last time up. Well, these 2 teams will do it again tomorrow at J.P. Small Memorial Park. Senior day for Edward Waters College. Eagles will then travel to Franklin Springs, Georgia for the NCCAA South Region Tournament. As the first pitch misses up high for ball 1. Tigers baseball and softball heading to the Association of Independent Institutions Conference Tournament in Lawrenceville, Georgia at Georgia Gwinnett College. Line drive, foul down the right side. Hello to Miss Patty Heller, letting us know she's watching our final broadcast. Thank you for watching again. If you're not watching, there's no reason for us to do this. Mr. Cool Guy checking in as well. Asking for the score. Tigers lead at 12-3 in the bottom of the ninth. Sessions ready for the 1-1. High chopper towards Judd. He will catch it and glove flip. Caught by Ruiz at second base. And that's the ball game. Nifty play to end it. And the Edward Waters College Tigers win this one 12-3. The winning pitcher and our player of the game, Levi Sigler, 7 innings, 2 earned runs, 7 hits, 3 walks, and 6 strikeouts. Nick McAdon takes the loss for the Eagles. Only 2 of those runs off him were earned. Caden Frankie, a 2-run double in the second. He had 3 hits, the solo home run off the bat of Ricardo Santana, and Tyler Rich also had 2 doubles and 2 RBIs. Well, that does it not only for the ball game, but for Trinity Baptist College athletics for the 2018-19 academic year. We want to thank you once again, everyone, all of our home fans and all of the visiting fans who have watched us throughout the season. I'm Ray Bureau. One last